on now.
I wish I had somebody, despite my mess ups. Amen. He still loves me. Amen. You know, people are conditional about how they love. You know, they got stipulations on their love, but God loves me for me. Amen. I'm grateful to God. Amen for that. Well, Deacon Ray and Davenport, questions asked is their word. Amen. From the Lord. Amen. 2 Corinthians chapter 4. 2 Corinthians chapter 4. I want to look at two little verses. And gather our thought. And we're going home. 2 Corinthians chapter 4.
Amen.
Meet me at verse number 8. Verse 8. The one after 7, right before 9. 8. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, beginning at verse number 8. You have to say amen.
Amen.
We are pressed we are hard pressed on every side, yet not crushed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Where we will gather our thoughts, struck down, but not destroyed. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor, I may be knocked down, but I'm not knocked out. Look at your other neighbor. Say, neighbor, just told my other neighbor, I may be knocked down, but I'm not knocked out. Thank you. You may be seated. There are a few of us in this place this morning. If you're not ashamed, you can testify that life ain't always easy. You might not testify, but I'll testify to the fact that every now and then I've discovered that this life ain't easy. And if y'all don't want to leave me on the side of the road by myself, you would agree that it can get downright rough.
All right.
When I think about the ups and downs of life, when I think about the ins and outs of life, when I think about the toils and turmoils of life, I can understand, I can stand flat-footed and say sometimes it gets downright rough. But here it is. There are times when you go through all of these times, these financial times, these health times, these relationship times, these situational times, sometimes that you wonder, has God taken a vacation on looking out for you?
Come on now.
You want to be real about it. You wonder, I'm doing good and I'm trying to look out for folk and I'm trying to be nice and I'm trying. Does God even care that I'm going through what I'm going through?
All right.
I can't give y'all nothing but the Bible. Can you imagine how Job felt?
My Lord.
And the Bible records that he was a man that was good in his heart. He feared God and he eschewed evil. And even though he was a good man, trouble still came knocking at his door. Every now and then we tend to feel that way. And Job could not understand why he was going through what he was going through. But there ought to be a few folk that read their Bibles to understand that Job began to question God.
Yes, he did.
I'm a good man. I try to do good by folk. I took care of my family. I tried to raise my livestock the right way. Why is this happening? If there's anybody else that asks themselves, why is this happening to me?
All right.
Seems like the folk that are hooking and crooking, seems like the folk that are living all kind of damnable lives, it seems like them folk are still prospering, and here I am trying to do good, and yet and still I'm still going through trouble.
Come on now.
Lord,
Make it
my
plain.
Lord. Preach to me.
You got folk that don't take care of themselves. They smoke cigarettes back to back. They take one cigarette butt and light another cigarette, and yet still they ain't got no cancer. But I come up and get to the doctor and they tell me that I got cancer. Why me? Do you ever ask yourself, why am I going through what I'm going through?
All right.
And you wonder, God, are you paying attention? Have you taken the day off from looking out and protecting me?
All right, sir.
Every now and then, when I go through the things of life, you would allow me to be for real. I sometimes want to just stand out, walk outside of my house and look up and just holler at God. Let me holler at you for a minute. Let me holler at you. Because we don't talk to God no this, that, thou. God, let me holler at you a minute. Why am I dealing with this? Let me see if I can help you. Last night we were at the fashion show, and I was up in the sound booth, but I wasn't running the music. And Chelsea's in them school, they're very black culture, and the principal wanted some African music, and the guy that was running the music, he tended to pull some old, cha-cha-cha type stuff, and so every time the kids got ready to walk down, he played this music, and so after a while, Miss Khan, who's the principal, she looked back and she tried to blow it off, but at one point she got so frustrated, she looked back at the sound booth. In life, do we ever get to the point where we look up at God and say, after all I'm going through?
Come on now. Yeah.
Do you realize that I'm down here? I'm supposed to be is this how you treat your children?
All right.
Here it is. Paul understood life. We can handle things better when we understand life is just life. When we embrace the fact that life is not going to always be easy.
Yeah.
When we get to a point in a maturity in life where we realize and recognize that bad things are going to happen. When we get to a point in life where we realize we ain't going to please everybody. When we get to a point in life where we realize some folk ain't going to like us. When we get to a point in life where we realize I don't care how much money you make, it's still going to be short from what I owe. When we get to that point, we recognize that life is just life.
Come on now.
I can handle things a little bit better. But watch this. It's those unexpected things that get me off track.
All right. Amen.
Those unexpected things. I was riding with the boys yesterday, and Zed was saying, he's like, I said, really? Man, I want a car. And I don't care what, I want a car. I said, nephew, a lot goes on. A lot of responsibilities that go on with a car. But he was headstrong. Man, I need me. We were talking about the Cadillac and stuff like that. He said, I need me a Cadillac too. I said, look, it's a lot goes on responsibilities with cars. So I went on to tell him, I said, well, look, I said, most of the time you get a car, and there's going to be what me and Davenport calls unforeseen.
Come on now. Come here.
Expenses. Unforeseen expenses is when the car is riding good. I told them, Minister Taylor, when Bull Davis died, we went to the funeral. I had the Cadillac clean. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I had it clean. Y'all know I had it clean. And I was riding to the funeral. In the Cadillac, and the Cadillac was clean, and we were going to Windsor Village. And I got right over the little hump by South Post Oak, and the air went out.
What you say?
Anybody that knows me knows that I keep a towel to wipe the car down in the car somewhere. it got so hot, I took my car wash towel and started trying to wipe my face. And I get to the funeral, and we get in and have a good time at the funeral. And did I tell y'all before that the car was clean? The car was clean. And after the funeral, got ready to go. But Minister Taylor and all my other friends was outside conjugate, but I knew that ad went out, so I'm trying to hurry up and get in the car to leave before everybody else. And so I didn't want them to be looking at, did I tell y'all before the car was clean? I didn't want them to look at how clean the car was, and I rolled out the parking lot with the windows down. So what I did was I got in the car and I rolled all the windows up tight. And I rolled until I got right out of eyesight of everybody, and I dropped all the windows. Here it is. Here it is. I drove immediately to my mechanic, and that cost me about $450. Unforeseen, expensive. You go to the doctor, normal checkup, trying to see what's wrong. You know, you go because you don't want to find out. You know, make sure that everything is everything. You go to the doctor, and they walk out and they walk back in, and they walk out and they walk back in. And the same doctor used to joke with you about the groceries, and joke with you about this and joke with you about that. I ain't joking this business. And so you discover that something is different about the report other than the reports you've gotten before. And so now you find yourself in a place, I'm talking about unforeseen. You were coming to make sure that your sinuses was in check, and you find out that you got diabetes.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
You were coming because your toe was hurting, and you found out you got an aneurysm. Y'all talk back to me. I'm talking about unforeseen stuff.
All right.
Life happens.
God bless you. God bless
And
you.
we have to get to a point that we understand, even in this life, there's going to be some things that we're not going to see coming. But here it is. Paul says that we are hard pressed on every side. Sometimes in this life, when it seems like life has squeezed all of the life out of us, he says, even though we're hard pressed on every side, we're not crushed.
All right.
Let me see if I can help. When you talk about olives, I don't eat olives, but I did a little research on olives, how they get olive oil. And what they do is they take the olives and they put them in an olive press machine. And the olive press machine squeezes the olives, and the olive oil is extracted from the olive, and that's where the olive oil comes from. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Here it is. Olives must be pressed in order to get oil. Here it is. Sometimes in this life, to get the good out of us, we've got to be pressed. You cannot walk through life and not have some ups and downs. Watch this, but here it is. He says, even though I'm pressed, I'm not crushed. The enemy's desire, ALC, is to press you.
All right.
The enemy's desire is to crush you.
Yeah.
But here it is. What the enemy doesn't recognize is in their effort to crush you, they're pressing you, and they're pressing the good out of you.
Come on now.
Y'all done missed it.
Come on
I think I
now.
talked too fast.
Come on now.
There's good in all of us. And sometimes it takes the pressing in order for the good to come out. Olive oils are just olives until they're pressed, and then the oil, which is good, comes out. And sometimes in life, we're going to have to get pressed. We're going to go through some storms. We're going to go through losing loved ones. We're going to go through some health problems or whatever in order to crush us and press us in order to get the good out of us. Here it is. He says, says that we are hard pressed on every side, but we're not crushed. He also says we are perplexed. Sometimes in this life, things happen that puzzles us, causes us to be perplexed. Sometimes I believe, and I'm talking about me, I believe I'm a pretty smart fellow. I believe I'm pretty smart fellow. I believe that I have good rationalizing skills, but every now and then things confuse me. And I'm only saying that in front of y'all because I love y'all and I ain't worried about, feeling small. But, in certain areas, Wayne, I wouldn't tell. Sometimes I get confused. So sometimes I get confused. Sometimes I don't know. I don't care, Deacon Ray, how we plan out and we figure out things. Sometimes there are some things that confuse us. I've told y'all before how I went and got different projects and I come home and I pull them out the box and I spread them all out. And I got board C and I got board A and I got board E and I got board F and I got one little Allen wrench and I'm supposed to put all this stuff together and I see what it looks like on the box, but yet and still everything is pressed out and I can't see what this is supposed to be. Every now and then I'm in the room by myself, I get perplexed.
All right.
There are some of you that when we're dealing with the certain things of life and you don't understand what's going on, you don't understand what your next move is going to be, you don't understand, number one, why you're in the place that you're in right now. Sometimes it's confusing. But here it is. He says, I might be perplexed, but I'm not in despair. Perplexed means puzzled. Despair means I'm not hopeless. I'm in a bad place right now. This might be some of your testimony. I'm in a bad place right now. I don't know how you're going to work it out. But a believer says, even though I don't know how you're going to work it out, I know you're going to work it out. And because even though I'm confused, I got enough trust in you that I ain't hopeless. The doctor might say one thing, but I'm trusting that you're going to do something different. My bank account might say one thing, but I believe you're going to do something different. My children are acting one way, but I believe you got the power to turn them around. I got to have trust and faith and believe that you're going to do, and you're no short of your word. Here it is. It says, not only that, I'm persecuted. The enemy will pursue to attack us. I don't know if you realize it or not, but the enemy will pursue you to attack you. But watch this. Let me see if I can help you. If the enemy isn't on your trail, then you might not be working for the right person.
Come on now. All right.
If you're already employed by him, he's going to look out for his employees, Deacon Ray.
Oh, yeah.
And so when he's not on your trail and his job is to attack the people of God and get them off track, and he ain't on your track, it's because you ain't a part of the people of God.
Come on now.
All right.
I didn't think you were going to say that. Here it is. He says, even though I'm persecuted, even though the enemy is trying to attack me, even though I feel like I'm to a point of hopelessness, he says, I am not forsaken.
All right.
Which means he has not forgotten about me.
Yes, Lord.
No matter where you are, if you belong to him, he has not forgotten about you. Well, if you don't understand that, let me see if I can give you. I tell them all the time, Sister Griggs, I can't give you nothing but the word. David said, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, he says, I won't fear no evil. You do know everywhere we walking around, there's evil around us. There's a shadow of death walking around us. When you see the people on the news losing their lives, we are walking in the shadow of death. David said, I will fear no evil. Why? He ain't forgot about me. He says, I will be with you. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort comfort me. And we have to understand no matter where we are, God is still with us. In the good times, Davenport, he's with us. Carol, in the bad times, he's still with us. In sick times, he's still with us. In joyous times, he's still. God said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. He's a man that cannot lie. And if he can't lie and he tell you he's going to be with you, rest assured that he is with you. Here it is.
Yes, sir.
He says, struck down, but I'm not destroyed.
All right, all right.
I got so excited right here. I thought about being struck down and not destroyed. I'm cutting across the field now. Minister Taylor, when you got ready to drive 45 north to 45 south downtown, and you looked over to your left, back in the gap, there was a gray building. Right in that curve, right before you got to the McKinney exit, you see this big building, and this big building to the left was the Sam Houston Coliseum. Some of you young folk don't remember that. Sam Houston Coliseum set right to the left over there, right off the freeway. And I never had the opportunity to go see a gospel concert at the Houston Coliseum, but I actually got a chance to go see Houston wrestling at the Sam Houston Coliseum. Y'all let me close this like I want to. Watch this. And so when we used to go, my daddy used to take me. I used to tell people all the time, Dad didn't take me a whole lot of places, but one place he did take me down to Sam Houston Coliseum. We went to watch Houston wrestling. There would be so many different wrestlers.
Yeah.
Gino Hernandez.
Yeah.
Wahoo McDaniel. Bruiser Brody, Tiger Conway Jr., all of these wrestlers, Hacksaw Butch Reed, all of these wrestlers would be down here at the Sam Houston Coliseum. And somebody sent me a link the other day when you would see the Houston wrestling come on TV. And so you knew that the Houston wrestling was in the Sam Houston Coliseum. Y'all come on and go with me. And so when we would sit down there at the Sam Houston Coliseum, they would be fighting. They would be going back and forth, and they would take those metal chairs from the outside and go upside each other's head, and blood all over the place. But the match was not over until somebody was pinned down in the middle of the ring for a 3 count.
Yeah. Yes, Lord.
The match would continue to go on. I don't care if you got in the middle of the ring and they pinned you down for 1, a shoulder would pop back up. The match would continue to go on. They would take somebody like Lil Davenport and throw him all across the ring and get him in the middle of the ring and pin him down. And the referee would run all over and sprawl all over the ground, and he would count 1 and he would count 2. But then Lil Davenport's shoulder would come up and the match kept going.
All right.
Let me see if I can help you. The same mentality goes with boxing. And I'm taking my seat now. I looked at the definition, Sonora, of a knockdown. A knockdown, this blessed my whole soul. I pray it bless yours too. A definition blessed me.
All right, sir.
A knockdown says when a fighter, don't miss it, when a fighter touches the floor of the ring with any part of the body other than the feet, but is able to rise back up
All right.
and continue to fight. It blessed me. I don't know what it did for you. Y'all can sit there and look at me crazy if you want. Here it is. The definition of a knockdown says if a fighter.
Come on now.
See, if I say stuff too fast, I'll mess around and miss it. You have to, number 1, be a fighter.
All right.
Because as soon as you go through some stuff and you get defeated, you're going to give up.
All right.
But a fighter,
Come on now. Come on now.
about a fighter,
All
it's something on the inside just ain't gonna let you stay down.
Come on now.
And so it
Come
says
on
a
now.
fighter. It says a fighter touches the floor. That means every now and then I'm gonna get knocked out.
Yeah.
Every now and then I'm gonna hit the floor. But it says, watch this: the fighter is able to rise up again
Yes, praise God.
and continue to fight.
Yeah.
And I just need to bless y'all as I take my seat.
Yeah.
No matter what you go through, you gonna get knocked down in this
Yeah.
thing. You gonna go through some ups and downs in life. But here it is: when you're a fighter, you can keep on fighting because it's not something on the outside, but it's
Yeah.
something on the inside. When I look back over my life and
Yes.
see how many times He's blessed me before, when I look back over my life and see how many times I've been knocked down before, when I look back over my life and see how many times He had to pick me up from the pit, I can keep on fighting.
Yes, Lord. Praise the Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we might be knocked out,
Yes.
All right, sir.
but we ain't knocked out. As a believer, as a follower of Jesus Christ, I understood that if I want to be like Christ, that's what I got to keep on fighting.
Yes. Yes.
I ended with the story. Bible says that they took him from Judgment Hall. Judgment Hall. Y'all know the story. You should. They took him from Judgment Hall to Judgment Hall, and they couldn't find no fault in it. But Jesus never said a word.
Come on now.
And because, watch this, Jesus wasn't fighting, but his Father was fighting for him. Watch this. Here it is. They put him on the cross.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
They put him on the cross.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's hanging on the cross. And watch this. As he's hanging on the cross, it looks like he's been defeated.
Yes. Yes.
Because most folk that was crucified, their life was to end on the cross.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Don't miss it. I feel it
Make it
now.
clear. Come on.
Life was supposed to end
On the cross.
on the cross.
Yeah.
It looked like
Look like.
he was defeated.
All right.
At the point that they pierced him in the side, we sure enough got him now. When he hung his head in the locks of his shoulders,
Yes, Lord.
I could see the enemy.
Come on now. Come on now. We got him. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We finally got him. He was healing folk. He was taking the spotlight off of us. We finally got him. Boy, y'all came through. We got him. We got him. He dead now. They took him off the cross. The Bible says, this here says, they put him
Yes,
in a
sir.
borrowed tomb.
Yes, Lord.
We got it. The tomb is the end.
Yes, Lord.
I don't know about nobody else, but I don't know nobody that died and they put him in the grave and they got back up.
Yeah.
They put him in a tomb. But here it is. That was the one count. He stayed there Friday night.
Come on
All
now.
right. All right.
Stayed there all day Saturday night. That's the two count. But Sunday morning.
Yes, Lord.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Hallelujah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Shoulder came up. The Bible says that he got up
Yeah.
with all power in his hands. And we as believers, we are being Christ-like. Sometimes the enemy will get us down, Pooh Bear, and make us seem like we are defeated.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But when I look at what the Lord did,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I understand that I might be a two count, but I still have the opportunity to get that shoulder
Yes.
and keep on fighting.
Yes.
Because understand, with a knockdown simply means, number one, a fighter.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
If you ain't got your boxing gloves on, you better go put them on. Because that's the only thing that's going to qualify you with being knocked down. You have to be a fighter.
And no matter how many times you knock down, something on the inside is going to give you the strength
Yes,
to get
yes,
back up.
yes,
And I'm going to be 16, 17, 18. I'll be 18 to testify that we have been knocked down. Now y'all do know if Lord say the same February 18th of this month, gonna be 7 years, then I got knocked down 7 years ago, but I'm still fighting. Because I was able to get my shoulder back up. And I know who I belong to.
yes, yes,
No matter what your testimony is, you know who you belong to.
yes. Thank you,
Keep
Lord.
on
Fight.
fighting.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Keep on fighting.
Yes.
That your testimony may be, I was knocked out.
Oh, yes.
Yaz got some way of doing something like this, yo. Matumbo used to do the same thing. And you look at that enemy dead in his face, and thought you had it. But I'm going to keep on fighting.
All right.